Blog Talk Radio.
What time is it?
WH Radio.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to WrestlingHeads Radio. You got Skits, and I'm here with my boy Oscar. What is going on, man?
What's going on? A little under the weather, but a freaking illness ain't going to stop me from being the show. And ain't going to stop me from being a TWG this weekend. Ain't going to stop me to continue this road to WrestleMania. So this illness ain't going to beat me.
Yeah, man. Today we got a big show today. We got Briley Pierce joining us in a little bit. He should be calling up in a little bit. We'll talk to him about his time in the WWE, what he's got going on right now, and et cetera, et cetera. But also later on we'll get into some Monday Night Raw talk, of course. Road to WrestleMania. Maybe we'll throw some PWG talk in there or whatnot. So.
Forget about the Hall of Famer who got inducted today.
Yeah, we got a new Hall of Famer, too. We can definitely talk about that. There's a lot of shit to talk about today.
Yeah, we have a lot to talk about.
You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and give Briley a call so we can get this thing started.
Let's do it.
So give me a second, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a call. Here we go.
Hello?
Yo, is this Briley Pierce?
Who the hell do you think it is?
What's going on, man? This is
What's up?
Shit. You were live on WrestlingHeads Radio, man.
I'm live right now? Oh my god.
What's going on, man?
I was just reviewing the list of questions you guys sent me and just making sure I have all of my fake answers ready to go.
Yeah, man. Pretty good weekend. This weekend we ran into you at the AWS show.
Yeah.
Chopped it up with you.
Happy to be there.
Yeah, we got to talk to you and stuff at the after party. It was pretty fun.
No, I got to talk to you at the after party. That's the way I've been telling all my friends.
Hey, by the way, was that your first time at an AWS show?
That was my first time at an AWS show. True, yep.
Yeah, I remember we were talking. You were telling me you're new to California, so yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, man.
That's not on my approved list of questions. I don't know what to say. I'm just kidding.
We might as well.
Yeah, I move.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you're the one with the hard-hitting questions. You fire them away.
No, I was gonna say let's go ahead and jump into it. We know that you used to be in the WWE a while back, but let's jump into how you started in the business. Like, how'd you get started? Like, what gave you that passion to say, hey, I want to be a professional wrestler?
I have loved professional wrestling my entire life, and I think I never really considered it as a career option until my older brother was offered a developmental contract. I started going to see him in OVW matches in Louisville, Kentucky. I used to drive from Cincinnati, where I was going to school, on Wednesday nights to go see the OVW TV tapings in the hopes that my brother would have a match, and most of the times he would. And then when they would come do their house shows in Cincinnati, I would always go to those, bring all my college rugby teammates, and we would fill the place up. So I saw him wrestling in these shows, and of course I would see a bunch of people that went on to do huge things in WWE. OVW was a huge training ground for WWE, of course. And I started thinking that this might be a possibility. If he could do it, why can't I do it? I guess it was like my mindset. And I've been athletic my whole life, went wrestling in grade school, high school, playing rugby in college, and also in college I started getting interested in live comedy, doing a lot of live comedy and writing and sketch comedy and improv and stuff. So I started to develop this like need to always be performing in front of some kind of crowd. And I started to think like, well, that's what he's doing. He's performing in front of a crowd, 5-6 days a week with OVW, and then he started to get WWE with the Spirit Squad and all that stuff. And of course we'd go see WWE shows. Now my brother's on Raw and SmackDown and all this stuff. And I was thinking maybe this is a possibility. And I was asking him about it, and he had always, said make sure to get a college degree or finish school first, and then we'll see what happens. And so I ended up choosing comedy. I moved to Chicago when I was through with college, and I started. I had been doing improv comedy in Chicago the summers throughout college. If I'm getting long-winded, you have to tell me to stop talking because I'll just keep on going.
No,
that.
Go ahead. Go for it.
All right, so I was faced with a decision. I was like, either I'm going to go move to Louisville, Kentucky and learn to wrestle, or I'm going to go to Chicago and keep pursuing the comedy route. And I decided, I was like firmly like, all right, I got it. I'm going to go do comedy and see what happens. Immediately upon moving to Chicago, I thought, okay, I just made the wrong decision. So I'm in Chicago doing the improv stuff, living there, and just asking my brother every day, hey, is there any wrestling schools around here? Is there anyone that you or anyone knows? And he was asking Chicago people like, I think, Cabana and Punk and all, like whoever he knew from Chicago. And I found a few schools out there and went to a couple shows, and it kind of just dawned on he made it clear. He's like, look, if you really want to go somewhere, go train with Lance Storm up in Canada or go to OVW. Those are your two best choices. And that was it. I just decided while living in Chicago, I'm definitely not staying here, and everything now is 1,000% focused on moving to Louisville, Kentucky, going to OVW, no matter what I had to do, even if I had to pay for classes or work off, whatever it costs. I'm going to get some kind of a fake side job, and I'm going to be a professional wrestler, and that's it, and I don't care who doesn't like it. I was dating a girl, and I walked in her living room one day, and I go, look, we got to talk. And she goes, let me guess, you're going to become a professional wrestler. And I said, I guess we don't have to talk. And that was it. See you later. So did I answer most of what you're asking, or is there more? I can talk forever.
If you want to keep going, the listeners are listening. I'm pretty sure they want to know.
How many listeners do you really have? Am I wasting my breath there? Because if it's less than 500,000.
We got a lot of retweets. It's a lot of retweets going on. So, we got your side of the fans. We got our listeners. So pretty sure people want to know that.
Man, if I had a nickel for every retweet I got, I'd have like 95 cents at least a day. All right, so where are we at? I moved to Louisville, Kentucky. I started learning to wrestle under Danny Davis, Rip Rogers, and Jim Cornette, some guys you may have heard of, I hope. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of good talent there, a lot of people. It seemed like Louisville's a place people move to, they transplant their entire lives to follow a dream, and man, OVW is no joke. This is after it's affiliated with WWE, so it's just on its own. It's a renegade independent promotion. And they basically run a full territory. They have TV every Wednesday. They have Saturday night kind of pay-per-view shows once a month. And they run house shows. Back then, it's probably still the same, at least 2 or 3 nights a week. And I'm training 4 days a week, too. So I have this side job where I'm paying bills, but I'm wrestling every single day of the week, Sunday as well, like every night of the week I'm wrestling. And Saturday and Sunday I'm wrestling in the morning for 4 hours and then driving a couple hours and working a house show somewhere. So if you want to imagine someone going, I think I want to learn how to swim, and then just being thrown into the middle of the Pacific Ocean, like that's what that was like. So I was surrounded by a lot of talent, and there's a lot of guys like Rip, Cornette, and Danny Davis who had just had decades and decades and decades of experience in the business of professional wrestling in every major company you could think of, and just at my disposal every single day. I remember Wednesday nights walking around in the back and just kind of secretly, like, not really playing it off, but, like, just knowing in my head, like, I cannot believe the amount of talent that I'm surrounded by, that I'm just allowed to be near and ask questions if I want.
Yeah. Oscar, you want to go ahead and ask a question?
Yeah. Welcome to the phone, Mr. We're glad to have you on at AWS at that little after party. And excuse me, I'm a little under the weather. I sound a little different than I was on Saturday night. Yeah, it doesn't stop me from being in this show. So, yeah, my first question.
Okay.
Yeah. So my first question I want to ask you. Now you just told us about your beginnings, how you guys started. Yeah. What wrestlers you look up to while you were maybe a little kid?
When I was a little kid, in wrestling or elsewhere?
You say wrestling. Doesn't matter what era. Like, who would you look up to?
When I was a little kid, this is not going to be the answer you want, but I loved, when I was a really little kid here, now this is just a kid who's walking past the TV, seeing something cool and sitting down. I thought that the Repo Man was the coolest guy of all time.
Repo Man.
I thought coming out with that big chain and hook thing, I'm like, oh my God, I can watch this. All right, cool. Jake the Snake Roberts for sure. And as a little kid, the thing that catches your eye is obviously dumping the gigantic snake on some guy's head. But being at FCW and watching Jake Roberts matches and like hearing about him from guys like Ricky Steamboat and Dr. Tom and all those dudes, and then rewatching it as like an adult who's working for the WWE, it's like, oh yeah, it caught my eye as a little kid because of this, but he's awesome because of this, like other reasons, you know? Let me think who else. There's people that I look up to who weren't wrestlers, that's for sure. But a lot of musicians were cool. I really liked Marilyn Manson a lot when I was like 11 and 13, around then. Beastie Boys, also big heroes of mine.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Repo Man, I mean, I'll tell you this, though. He had a cool entrance music, I'll tell you that.
Let me tell you, my favorite wrestler of all time from any era is Andy Kaufman, and I stand by that 100%. I don't care if you or not.
Yeah,
I remember you showed me like the picture.
What are you guys saying?
Remember you guys showed us the picture at the party? You guys showed me the picture of Kaufman, and I was telling you it would be sweet if they had the Andy Kaufman Jerry Lawler whole feud on the network.
Oh, they don't? That's kind of weird.
Maybe so.
I thought Andy Kaufman, if the point of professional wrestling is to, well, whatever you think the point of professional wrestling is, I think Andy Kaufman did it, and it continues to last. I think everything he did continues to hold up. I don't think it's ever been done. Granted, I wasn't around back then, but I know people who were, who have confirmed, like, yes, that was, damn, I don't know how to put it into words, but I don't think that magic has ever been duplicated, and probably never will be. But it's always been someone I thought, yeah, you can practice all of your, quote, technical wrestling and your moves and your cool suplexes and blah, 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 but this guy has an entire city and a region and decades afterward, people just in the palm of his hand being completely taken in by everything he's doing and saying. And I think that's utter magic. Case closed.
You know, it's just for saying that, it doesn't surprise me if one of these years that the WWE put him in the Hall of Fame and had Jerry Lawler induct him. It wouldn't surprise me at all.
I don't know about that, but okay.
Never know.
I like to know when Cyndi Lauper is getting in there. I think Cyndi Lauper is about due.
She's already in, I think.
No, she's not in.
Give me a break.
No
way.
No, she's not in yet.
I'm tripping. Well,
all right. What else is on your mind?
I have a question. Can you tell us how is it working with Jim Cornette?
Yeah, definitely. I can tell you, it was very loud working with Jim Cornette. Number one, he was a very loud person. He cannot talk at a normal volume, the way like you and I are right now. He has to scream everything. But that's the superficial thing, and I didn't mind it. I always thought, anytime he said anything, I instantly just in my head was laughing because I'm like, why does he have to yell all the time? Other than that, I think he is so damn good at writing TV shows. He came into OVW when the company was struggling as far as viewers and live attendance, and in a few short weeks built the place up to probably the best it's ever been. Packed houses every Wednesday and Saturday. The viewership in the TV show went up huge. I think the way he was writing TV and the way he was pumping us up for matches before we went out and kind of saying what we needed to accomplish, that guy knows how to write episodic television in a wrestling paradigm. So it was great to be around him. And I'll have something that I'll never forget. When I first started getting put on TV there, and granted, I'll just tell you this, I didn't really know how to wrestle at all. But he wanted me on TV, I think, because they were just maybe lacking for handsome babyface guys with abs, and he just wanted me on TV. So I remember him walking past me one day before a show and screaming, because he would call me Young Nemeth. That's where I stood. That's why I got the hot Young Nemeth thing, is because he would just call me Young Nemeth. He would go, Young Nemeth, when can I use you on TV? Just screaming so loud, and like I'm just frozen. Number one, I just think this guy's the best ever. Two, he's talking to me. Oh my God. Three, why is he yelling? And four, I don't know the answer because I don't know when I can. Like, is it up to me? So I go, I don't know. And he cut me off and goes, who is in charge of you? I go, I saw the first guy walk by, Mike Mondo. I remember him from the Spear Squad and from Ring of Honor and everywhere.
Yeah.
I go, Mondo. I think Mondo. He's my coach or whatever. He goes, Mike Mondo, when can I put Young Nemeth on TV? And Mondo, I think, panicked as well and just made up an arbitrary answer. He goes, 1 week, JC. He goes, all right, next week, get ready. I'm like, oh no, I'm not ready. I don't know how to wrestle. So I think I had a couple matches maybe with Ali and Cliff Compton, whoever. And then when he finally put me on TV, he told me that his wife picked out ring music for me. And he didn't know. Okay, I'm only going to tell you that it's going to be graphic. You guys you have permission to have bad words on the show?
You can say whatever you want to.
Whatever you
want.
It's
not that bad. So he goes, Young Nemeth. I go, hey, Mr. Cornette, what's up? He goes, my wife picked out music for you. I don't know the band. I think they're called Finger Bang. And I'm like, okay. Like I'm like, I know that there's no way that the band Finger Bang exists outside of South Park, the TV show. So I'm waiting for my match, like all oiled up, did my push-ups, like nervous, like trying to just compose myself, standing behind the curtain. And I hear the music hit, and it's the band Finger 11, and I go, oh, Finger 11, but he thinks it's called Finger Bang. Okay, cool, great, got it. And then I had to go out. So that was the last stop before my first TV match at OVW was, oh, Finger Bang, got it, now I see. So I'll never forget that.
Yeah, and just for our listeners that doesn't know, Finger 11 actually did a song for Kane a couple years ago. I don't know if you guys remember that, but they actually did a song for Kane. That was a good song.
Yeah, I do remember that, yeah. I think.
Yeah, it was in the Forceful Entry album.
All right. Everybody look that up.
Yeah, at the time it was still called WWF at that time.
All right. Well, now you know. The more you know.
Yeah, we got
real quick. Before Oscar goes on to his next questions, we'll let our listeners know if you have a question for Briley. Tweet us at WrestlingHeads, or you can call up at 760-454-1107. That's 760-454-1107. So go ahead, Oscar.
Yeah, my next question I want to ask you. It seems like right after WWE decided to use NXT to bring in FCW talent in the show, instead of doing that, you have to compete to get a contract, they just went to a different direction. And I kind of remember when they started doing that, I remember they brought you in as an announcer. Is that something you were trying to do at that time, or was it something that let's have him as an announcer, let's see how this works?
I had previously debuted on FCW TV when I first got to FCW as an interviewer, and Dusty Rhodes was writing the TV then, and his plan was for me to interview people for a few weeks and eventually start a tiff with Brad Maddox, and that would lead to us fighting and me getting in the ring, and then eventually us becoming a tag team together. And it was drawn out over a long number of episodes, a few months, and that was that was how I debuted into FCW. Like, they didn't just throw me out there. It was, here's this ring interviewer guy, Briley Pierce, who's funny and makes funny faces and blah blah blah. Eventually starts being a smart ass with Brett Maddox, and then yada yada yada. Eventually, I'm a wrestler guy now, and we're a tag team. Then when NXT was brought back, we did a pilot episode at Full Sail University while Brad Maddox and I are tag team champs, and they booked both of us on the show, and in separate matches. I think Maddox went against Richie Steamboat, and I had a match against Derek Bateman, who's now Ethan Carter III in TNA. And he comes out to the ring with Maxine because they were some kind of a thing on the original NXT. Yeah. So we go out there, and I take my FCW tag title, which I was like, I don't know why I have this since this is a different show, but I'll take it anyway. I'm tag champ of a different company, cool. And we have a match, and I think it ends with Maxine kisses Bateman, distracts him, and oh no, Briley Pierce scrambles for the win and pins Bateman, 1, 2, 3, I'm still champ, or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I was honored to be chosen to be one of the few people that was on the debut pilot episode of NXT. And so when I show up to, the first actual airing episode of the thing, and I'm told that I'm going to be this backstage interviewer, my response is, no, I don't do that anymore. Why? Of course, no, I don't want to do that. I've already done that. I've paid the dues of the interviewer nonsense, gotten into the ring, wrestled on the debut episode, was a champion in your company, and now, you're an interviewer. I was thinking, man, there's got to be someone else I can ask questions. That's when I started to kind of get a little frustrated. And I remember we would do these communication seminars every Wednesday, in which we would be able to get up and cut promos and try out different characters and different ways of, communicating in front of a camera. And often mine weren't not fictional. They were just really Briley Pierce kind of expressing his honest feelings, as I like to do. And I would make a point you have me interviewing these people on this show, and you're asking me to make them interesting to the camera and to the people. Meanwhile, guess who's interesting to the people and to the camera? Me. So it's, of course that's upsetting the people who are putting these other people in these spots. And it sounds like Briley Pierce is just a spoiled brat who's letting the hand that feeds him. But that's where I was. And eventually I got, I don't know, man. It was like I was working live events, wrestling. every house show, and then when it came time to TV, put your suit on, you're interviewing everybody else. Yeah. And I don't know, man. So, no, that wasn't something I was hoping to do. And then I finally kind of had it out and made a big scene during our promo class and they say, well, do you want to be the next Matt Striker or whoever? And I go, no, I didn't transplant my life to Louisville, Kentucky to learn to wrestle, to work with these old school guys, travel around friggin' Kentucky, and then come here to the WWE where my brother has been a world champion to be an interviewer. No, I came here to win titles, to have an awesome career, and to have it in the ring, not interviewing these guys who can't pronounce a sentence the right way without having 4 takes and rely on the interviewer to make them interesting. No, I didn't come here to do that. And I think after that I was never booked as an interviewer ever again. They hired Renee Young the next week, I think. That was it.
Whoa.
And then they started putting me in like, go out to the ring and help beat up the Shield, or like the kind of run-in stuff, you know. Yeah. But I was like, at least I don't have to wear a suit, and at least I'm not pretending to enjoy interviewing people anymore. But yeah, that got me into some hot water, and because no one likes when Briley Pierce talks back, and I did that all the time, and that was one of the times. So, yeah, all right. Did that cover that part for you?
Yeah, I get it. Hey, speaking about EC3, earlier he tweeted to us, which meaning WrestlingHeads and yourself, that you suppose you're not going to be in the show, but my question to you, is he listening? Because if he's listening, I just want to say, hi, EC3, thanks for listening to the show.
I don't know if he's listening. I know he has a job. He might be working somewhere. But I think his tweet, right? I think I said I was going to give all my secret juicy details, and he said I doubt it or something. I think he was referring to me, giving the juicy details.
Okay. All right. All right, go ahead, Skits.
Yeah, well, at the time when you were in the not even just the WWE, is there like somebody out there that you always want to wrestle and you never got a chance to, get in the ring with that you still like to?
I was able to finally, for a while, my hopes was to finally wrestle with my brother, and he came to do autographs and appear at an Orlando show that we did for FCW in Orlando, and the night before I was wrestling a TV match, and I got kicked in, like, the top of my leg, and my knee kind of buckled backwards, and I could not stand on it for, like, 3 days, and so he flies in the night before after that show, and I'm like, my knee's kind of bothering me, and I wake up the next morning, and he's staying at my place, and I try to stand up, and I just fell to the floor, and I go, I don't think I can walk right now. And he's like, we're supposed to wrestle tonight. I'm like, oh my God, that was a huge letdown, because I tried to fake my way through like practice and ring setup and stuff, and the trainer and Dr. Tom, head coach at the time, Dr. Tom Pritchard, were like, you are not allowed to wrestle. Your leg, you're like, this is not good. So they threw me on crutches, and I got to be a part of the match anyways. It was Ziggler against Zack Ryder, and at the end I ran in to hit Ryder with my crutch. But it's, as quick as Zack Ryder is, darn it, he got out of the way and accidentally hit my brother with the crutch, and Ryder pinned him for the win, and the place went nuts. And my parents were not happy about that one. A lot of phone calls from Mom and Dad on the drive home. I'm driving home with my brother, and they're just like, how could you? I thought I was going to hit Zach. He moved out of the way. And I remember they're going, is Nick going to be in trouble now? Is he okay? Why did you do that? I'm like, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned Dolph Ziggler. I was going to ask you something about him.
No way. I didn't think you guys knew about him.
Oh, yeah. We know a lot about him.
He had a great match tonight, by the way.
Yeah, he did.
Cool. Good.
Hey, not only that, I'm not saying it because you're on the show, but I'm actually predicting that he's winning the Battle Royal at WrestleMania. So I even said it last week he's going to win it. So I predicted. So.
That's a pretty big prediction. There's a lot of people in that Battle Royal. You better be careful.
Hey, just a prediction. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm right, I'm right. I've been wrong before. I've been right before. So who knows?
Good point. Those are all good points.
Yeah, my question I want to ask you about him that I know that right now you're no longer employed with the WWE and he still is. Just wanted to know, like, how's your relationship with him today? Do you guys talk every day, or do you get to see him often?
I see him once every few weeks or every month and a half or so. Yeah, we talk. My whole family and I are very close, so we all talk almost every day. Yeah, great relationship with him. He's been helpful to me ever since I wanted to join the company, and helped me along the way in any way he could. And is extremely helpful now that I'm not with him too. So all good. He's one of my number one guys I go to for advice about anything.
Oh, that sounds very interesting. Well, see who happens, you know. You never know. You could probably return to the WWE. Hey, look at Daniel Bryan. He got released twice, and look at him now. So,
yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I did an interview this summer where someone made this comment to me that really upset me. He said, well, you know, don't worry. They haven't used this policy, an open door policy. Maybe they'll take you back someday. And I kind of flipped on the guy. I said, whoa. Maybe they'll take me back someday? That implying that I'm just some sad dog waiting outside the puppy door for you to open it up so I can crawl back in with my tail between my legs? No. They can offer something to me and I'll think about it. And that's probably where it ends. There's not Briley Pierce in Stamford, Connecticut, begging for a job with his hat in his hands. I'm doing really just fine not working there. And if they said, do you want to come back right now, I would say, no, I don't want to come back right now. I don't know that I ever would. It would be a discussion that I would have and think about for a long time. So I hope you don't think I snapped on you, but it just reminded me of someone I did snap on this summer who said that. I was like, well, maybe most people who leave the company are just dying to get back there, but I'm okay. I feel great not being around a lot of those people.
Yeah, I understand. It's like it depends what it's your life. If you want to come back or you do want to come back, that's on you. I've seen wrestlers like they got released. They're doing great right now. Like example, Trent. Look what he's doing in the independent scenes. I mean,
Trent Beretta was one of the best wrestlers in that entire company, and for whoever it may have been that just really just hated him and wanted him out of there and finally got their way, unfortunately that was kind of the same deal with me, the kind of the same deal with EC3, and surprise, surprise, a lot of the people that certain person didn't want there and said don't have a future. I guess they were a little bit wrong, yeah.
They sure was. Big fucking fan of Trent and EC3, so, and they're doing great.
They're doing awesome, yeah.
On our website, we have this thing, like our end of the year awards, and I put Trent Beretta as the most improved wrestler of 2013. So
awesome.
Yeah. But
I'm proud to be lumped in the group of the bad kids in the class at FCW who all got in trouble for no reason and then are actually really good.
I was just going to ask a question about a trainer from FCW or NXT.
Sure.
There's a lot of negativity said about Bill DeMott. The question I want to ask you, your time in NXT, was there any negativity that you've seen in like any classes or like anything or about him? Because there's a lot of stuff said about him.
I can tell you that when I had a broken leg and my leg was in a cast, a protective hard plastic boot cast, that he thought it would be a good idea to accuse me of faking my injury, milking the company for money, and then proceed to kick me in my cast in front of the rest of the roster. Does that count as negative, or is that in between?
That's ridiculous. Why would somebody do some shit like that?
I don't know, because he's really good at coaching. I remember that. Is that the kind of stuff you want? I hate this to be an interview about someone else that's not me, but I'll give you that much, I guess.
I mean, no, that was just a question that I asked. I mean,
I hope you're not upset that you got a real answer.
Oh no, that is go ahead.
Well, let's ask him this way about Bill DeMond. Is he the type of person like we've seen in Tough Enough, like how he's like a hard ass, or you know?
If by the type of person you mean you saw in Tough Enough, meaning loud, not good at teaching wrestling, and fat, I don't know. I didn't spend that much time with him, only a year and a half or more, every single day. So I'm not that good of an expert on this guy, but I don't know. I don't know what else to say about him. I do really remember getting kicked in a broken leg bone, though. That was always my favorite thing that he did.
Yeah, that's terrible. The next question I want to ask you, because I saw on your bio on Twitter that you're a writer. Like, can you tell us what type of
definitely.
stuff? What kind of stuff do you like to write about?
I would love to tell you about that. I have published a book in paperback and also an ebook. I remember bringing this. I got a novel published in 2009 or somewhere around there. Whenever I was in OVW, it came out right when I got there, and I remember taking it to John Laurinaitis during my tryout for him at OVW. I go, "Here's a resume. Here's a book I wrote, and I want to work for your company." And I remember him going, he's like, "Whoa, you wrote a book?" I go, "Yep." And he looks at my resume and he goes, "Whoa, you have a master's degree?" And I go, "Yeah, man, I'm really smart. I'm really good, so I'd like to work for you." I remember just thinking, no one else, I know it's wrestling, I know it's what it is, but I remember thinking, if this is the biggest day in your life where you have the chance to try out for the head of talent at WWE, wouldn't you come as prepared as possible? And I remember thinking, I know maybe it's over the top that I brought a resume, but no, it's really not, because I want this more than anything. If I don't get it, I have no one to blame except myself. So there's no, how do you not bring a resume? It's basically a job interview, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
So maybe someone's listening to this and they're laughing and giving each other hip tosses in the corner or something, but I thought, well, okay, who got hired out of that tryout? The guy who was a nerd and brought a resume? Okay, cool. So, yeah, I remember I showed up, gave him that book. So that book is a humorous novel about a freshman in college, a kid named Donnie, who's a 19-year-old, first semester away at school. He gets involved in a love triangle. He's got a girlfriend back home. He's dating his French professor, and he's also got this girl he hooks up with on the weekends when he's hammered. And the story is told through his journal entries, through text messages, voicemails, emails. So it's not just standard book. I wrote it for those who don't usually read books. I wanted them to read it and be able to enjoy it and laugh. And I've heard it's really funny. So I'm very proud of that. I've also been working on some film stuff out here in Los Angeles. I was able to rewrite this project called Ghost Puncher 3D, which is 3D action comedy starring former WWE superstar John Morrison. So since I've come out to the West Coast, I've been working with him a lot on projects.
Yeah, I saw you were showing the photos, the movie or something like that. With I think Peter Avalon was in it too.
Yeah, Peter Avalon, Norv Furnham of TNA fame. He also appeared. So as soon as that's able to be seen, we'll make it able to be seen. But a lot of the things we're doing here are kind of not cool to be talked about until they're ready to be talked about. But we're working a lot with John Morrison out here, so that's cool. I think we're two very creative people, and we have that background in wrestling and a background in showbiz and that kind of stuff. So it's cool to come out here to see someone I knew from wrestling and kind of reconnect and build things with them in a different way, in a new genre.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to read some of your stuff. Do you like write like on like normally on your Tumblr? Because I see you have a link there too.
Yeah, check out my Tumblr. It's rainemnem.tumblr.com. It's on my Twitter. I add stuff to that when I can. Unfortunately, I don't get to do it every week, but sometimes I go on little spurts where I'm doing it a lot, and sometimes it takes a while in between. But I also have a book available on Kindle called Life Advice for Your Life. It is a fake life advice book that I have also heard is very funny, so check all that stuff out. I tweet about it once in a while. Make sure people know about it. My Twitter is @HotYoungBriley, BRILEY, HotYoungBriley.
Yeah, man.
Is it okay that I took some time to plug my stuff? I hope that's all right.
Oh, that's fine, man. I mean, it's cool, man. No problem. I was just actually about to tell Oscar to ask his last question because we talked earlier and it's almost the end of the interview here. So.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, well, my last question I have to ask you is that...
Give it to me, Oscar. I'm ready. Anything. I'm not scared. Whatever you got.
Okay, what is the status of your wrestling career? Are you planning to head back in the ring pretty soon, either here in SoCal or anywhere else? Maybe something, the three letters starts with a T and an A, or something like that?
The status of my wrestling career is I have been wrestling a little bit here and there. I wrestled in Tampa a couple times for NWA out there, and I've wrestled for AIW in Cleveland a number of times recently. I'm open to wrestling. I've just been much more selective about where I wrestle, so I am definitely open to bookings, whether in the West Coast or in different countries, different companies, etc. But sometimes when it comes down to, am I going to go wrestle here for this, or am I going to be working on this other project out here, for instance, Ghost Puncher 3D, sometimes lately I've been choosing that kind of stuff. But I'm still open to wrestle and to entertain people, because that's what I love to do. So, yeah, don't worry. I will be wrestling in the future, yes. The short answer is yes. I'll keep wrestling.
I was going to say this. I was going to say, if Bart is listening, let's book Briley at AWS. She can be a regular there. That would be nice. Just saying.
Hey, don't put somebody on the spot here. I'm live radio right now, man. A lot of people listen. My mom's listening. My mom's back on the East Coast, staying up real late listening to this because she's a big fan of you guys.
Oh, that's cool.
Shout out to her.
Hey, Mom.
Shout out to yeah. Shout out to your mom. Yeah.
She said, I go, Mom, I'm going to be on the show tonight. And she goes, oh, I listen every Monday. It's about time. I hope you don't ruin it because they do a good show. And I said, all right, fine.
All right, cool. Tell your mom thanks for listening.
Let me ask my last question.
Fine.
Before we let you go. Okay. The question is, I ask all of our guests this question. If you were running if you were running your own promotion and you had to hire the first three guys to be in your promotion, who would be the first three?
Oh man, are they allowed to be who am I allowed to hire here?
Anybody. It's your promotion.
Let's just say you have Vince McMahon money. You have the same exact money like Vince McMahon does.
If I have Vince McMahon money,
anybody you want. Your promotion, you want anybody. If you want to hire me,
wait a second. I'm a multi-millionaire, billionaire guy, and you think that I'm going to be running a wrestling promotion for fun? That's what you think I'll be doing in my spare time?
It's just a question, you know.
If I have this kind of money, I'm going to not hire any of those guys. I'm going to purchase an island and just go live there forever. First three guys, and I'm not wrestling, and I have to hire other people?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Norv Furnham, number 1, because I think he's got big things in store. I think a lot of people think of him as this underdog that, has reached the pinnacle of his career. I disagree. I think he's got many years to come and many great moments. So I want Norv Furnham on my team, hands down. I think that guy has big things ahead of him. So they have to be guys. Can they be girls?
It could be girls.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Let me think. Ooh, okay, can they be, commentator people?
Anybody.
Okay, let's say, I would hire hot young Ryan Nemeth OVW days, 2010, super tan, crazy abs, black hair, white boots, that guy. I want him and Norv as my starting 2. We got to surround him with someone big. Let's see. Perhaps Big Bad Brodus Clay. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my starting 3. Do I go from there, or does this answer your question?
That's it right there.
Okay.
Unless you want to, or, you know what?
So it goes Norv, it goes me, it goes Brodus. We go in height order. We come out together. We all wear kind of we'll go back to Brodus's, his striped Adidas thing. All 3 of us in it. Norv is our hype man at first, but eventually he becomes the brains of the operation, runs the whole deal. Brodus is the muscle. I eventually kind of blow it, and I'll be the fault. I eventually ruin everything. I'll just say that up front.
For all those that are listening and laughing at him picking Brodus Clay, don't laugh, because Brodus Clay, before he was the guy dancing, he used to be a fucking monster. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, he bled all over the place when that ladder hit him in the head, I think, right? Remember that thing? When he was hanging out with Del Rio? That was pretty gross. Anyways, that's my lineup right there. Norv Furnham, hot young Nemeth, Brodus Clay. Of course, I think we'd have perfect chemistry together.
Yeah, man. Definitely. Before we let you go, let's go. I'm going to have you go ahead and throw out all your plugs.
Okay. Buy my T-shirts at prowrestlingtees.com/Briley. I have really cool T-shirts on there. A lot of them have bad words, so if you're someone who wants to make your parents mad and wear bad words on your T-shirts, go there. My Twitter is @HotYoungBriley, BRILEY. I advertise everything there. My book will show up on there. It's called I Can Make Out With Any Girl Here. My second book, Life Advice for Your Life. They're all on Amazon.com. Type in Ryan Nemeth, you'll find them. Tumblr, rynemnem.tumblr.com. And my address is, I'm just kidding. I can't give you my address. Booking email for booking for matches or events or shows, anything. shopbriley@gmail.com. SHOP Briley@gmail.com.
You hear that, promoters? Get them.
And you get me on your shows. You'll hear from my assistant, Natalie. She will help you with everything you need.
Definitely, man. I almost called you by your real name. If that's fine, because that's what I met you by. I didn't meet you by Briley.
You call me whatever you want. You call me anything you want. Ryan's fine. That's what my mom calls me.
On the show, Ryan.
Thank you too. I appreciate it.
We had a blast this weekend, hanging out with you, and hopefully we see you again, man.
Thank you, guys. I remember we talked about this Saturday night, and then today when I got the text reminding me, hey, are you still cool with this interview? I looked at the phone, didn't remember anything about it, and thought, oh, God, another interview. And I thought it was going to be the worst thing ever, but you guys pulled it out. You came in with good questions, hard-hitting. You got some hard-hitting answers. I think we gave the world a dose of the truth, and I hope they laughed with us. I had a good time, and I want to come back anytime you guys let me. Maybe move in with you, just be like roommates, kind of have adventures. Why not?
Yeah.
We can set up like the middle room. We'll get rid of all the furniture. That'll just be like where we work on like handstands and stuff.
Your friend Alicia can move in with us too. If she can move in.
Oh my God, you guys are disgusting perverts. I take back everything I said.
Hey,
Bye.
I didn't say nothing about that.
That was all Oscar right there. That was all Oscar.
Hey, I didn't mention I didn't say anything pervertic.
She is a upstanding citizen of this great country.
Oh yeah.
And I think of her the way I think of a sister or an aunt who's much younger and like kind of around my age. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
And,
all right, thank you guys.
All right, man. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, take care, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Briley Pierce. Oh man, what a show, man.
Yeah, hey, we gotta bring him back in the future. He's pretty cool.
Definitely, man. Real quick, we're gonna take a break. A quick commercial break, and I think Salon's gonna join us, and we'll talk about some Raw. We'll be right back.
Wrestling, I watch that. Kick pads, I wear those. ACH, I am that. WrestlingHeads, I listen to that. Oh, that's what you're supposed to do.
All right. Four Corners Radio is the home for the best professional wrestling and independent wrestling. Discussions and coverage. Billy, Ant, Martin, and Sam bring you three of the best podcasts every week. The Four Corners Raw Roundtable, the Indie Project, and the Saturday Freestyle. Along with the podcast, FourCornersWrestling.com is designed with all wrestling fans in mind. Feature articles, videos, the weekly shows, and much more. Four Corners and WrestlingHeads are teaming up to bring you wrestling's next revolution. Are you ready? Welcome back to WH Radio. I'm Skits. That is the man, Oscar.
Of course I'm the man.
Yeah, man. Today here on WH Radio, we got a lot to talk about. We got some Raw, WrestleMania, a lot of great segments, huh, Oscar?
Yeah, I mean, what can we start? I mean, we want to start from the beginning of Raw?
First, how about we welcome Miss Salone. Hello, Salone.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
How you doing, Salone?
What's up?
Yeah.
That was a good interview.
It was pretty
Thank
cool.
you.
He called me a pervert.
Well. Wait, right?
It's all good. Yeah, it's all good.
He's a funny guy.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. It would have been cool if you joined us, but next time I guess we'll have you part of the interview, and we'll definitely have some more jokes with somebody else.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So let's get to some Raw talk. How about it? Where do we start?
Where do we start? Let's just start. You want? I don't know. You want to talk about Stephanie McMahon?
You might as well get it over with.
Yeah, you got Stephanie in the beginning of Raw. You got Stephanie coming down, laying the WWE universe that Daniel Bryan will not be on the show due to the injuries, quote unquote, that he's saying from Triple H last week. Yeah, that's basically it. Then you had Randy Orton coming out, telling Stephanie that they try to convince Triple H not to get in the triple threat if he beats Daniel Bryan. Or basically they're trying to say he will beat Daniel Bryan. And Batista came out doing the same thing, that he doesn't want to be in this match because he never beat Batista in his career. And
Is that
basically
true?
they're trying to So basically they're trying to say that, okay, don't let Triple H in this match. That's basically trying to convince Stephanie to tell Triple H not to be in this match. Until Batista came out and said something about what he said to Stephanie, like she's spitting or what? Tell me out here.
Something about drooling.
I honestly wasn't watching that segment like that, to be honest with you.
So he was basically, that's what the.
I just know I saw Batista get slapped and his skinny jeans got fucked over.
Yeah. Well, basically. Well, Salone answered my question right there. basically been joining with everybody, and then that caused Stephanie to slap Batista, and I guess she slapped Orton as well, and that basically ended the segment right there. But yeah, that's true. Batista did rip his jeans after he speared Orton and carried the two titles in his hands. So that's basically what happened. His jeans did rip. That guy got to stop wearing skinny jeans. I'm telling you.
Oh, it's amazing that he can even walk in them. I mean,
look, to be honest with you, if I ever wore skinny jeans, I don't know how in the hell I could walk with those. And I'm not even buff. Come on now. I don't know if I feel comfortable wearing those skinny jeans, you know?
well, I mean, you have to give him up that he does wear them very unapologetically.
I guess so.
Ridiculous.
But yeah, that segment went pretty quick, and there was like no more Randy Orton and no more Batista the rest of the night, which is probably a good thing. We didn't see Batista at least. Randy Orton would have been nice.
How about who gives a shit?
But Fatal 4 opened up Raw. How about that? That was hell of a match.
How about that, guys?
Zig versus Christian versus Sheamus versus Del Rio. Del Rio's been my boy since heel or face. He's a fucking great wrestler. One of the best wrestlers in that ring. Probably one of the best on the roster. They had, Ziggler doing his thing. Ziggler and Christian will probably be the MVPs of that match if I had to choose.
Yeah, like Jesus Christ, you know that how Sheamus threw Christian to that black ramp thing? Jesus Christ. I mean, I was like, that was brutal. But then, but going back to the match, it was a good match. I really enjoyed that match. And another thing, it showed more of the Intercontinental title, showed more respect to the Intercontinental title. But I wish this was like some kind of like winner takes on Biggie Langston at WrestleMania. But unfortunately, they're gonna enter the Battle Royal, and Christian ended up winning the match, so he's getting a shot tomorrow at Main Event on the WWE Network.
And I know somebody on the show is happy about that, and her name is Salome.
Yeah.
Damn right I am. The main event thing, though, did make it kind of like a letdown. I thought it was going to be for Mania, and then they're like, oh, they'll face Biggie tomorrow at main event. Like, oh, okay. But, yeah, of course it was a good match. I've been saying that about Sheamus and Christian for several weeks now, so in your face.
I'm not the one. Talk to that guy. I think Christian's better off as a heel. As a face, he's not entertaining to me.
Let's just hope that Christian doesn't get hurt tomorrow night. But yeah, well, this is one thing I'm happy about. This the Intercontinental title is getting respected once again, but it's just that they had to put the match in the main event. It would have been more nice if it was like a WrestleMania match, and they still have time to do a storyline for it. I know it's 2 weeks away. They could have done something to SmackDown, Raw, and then SmackDown next week, but fortunately it's not going to happen.
Oh,
yeah. But great match, though. I think we need more matches like that because, I just think it's those guys, they deserve TV time, especially, big matches, not no bullshit fucking same matches every week, because you get tired of that shit.
Yeah, and especially, having it just get a shot for the Intercontinental title, just to show people, like, what's the point of the Intercontinental title? Guys who have won that belt, like, for example, the Hall of Fame class, you got Ultimate Warrior, the person who announced today, we'll do later, has won the Intercontinental title. I'm sure there's half of that Hall of Fame list won the Intercontinental title. So the Intercontinental does mean something, and if WWE's trying to make it seem something again, then hey, I give props to that. But like I said, it would have been more nicer if they did a match at WrestleMania for that title, but fortunately it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
They might.
I don't know. I don't see no other title matches except for the WWE and tag team titles being put on the line at WrestleMania. Because we got, what, a week now? So I don't think they have time to push those in there. But, you know, just like someone said, you never know. But I doubt it. That's just me. Scooby-Doo. Your boy Scooby-Doo. Your favorite doggy. Everybody's favorite doggy. Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo, he was basically the manager of Sin Cara tonight. Yeah, when I saw that, I'm like, yeah, Sin Cara's going to win, whoever's in the ring. And it was Damien. I don't even know what they're doing with Damien, but it's a sad case. But Sin Cara gets the win. I don't even think this match is even worth being talked about, honestly. Because we all saw it coming once we saw Scooby-Doo coming down the ring with Sin Cara. Like, a 2-year-old could have told you that.
Basically, just made this match to promote that DVD, to buy that DVD, pretty much. So that's basically what it was.
Would you agree, Sloan?
What's that? I like Scooby-Doo. It was fun.
No, we wasn't talking shit about Scooby-Doo. We just said, like, Scooby-Doo coming down with Sin Cara. It was like, oh, we know, like, Sin Cara's going to win because Scooby-Doo's coming down the ring.
Yeah, you kind of knew it, but, I mean, I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was fun.
It really sucks what they're doing to Damien, though. Like, really. Damien deserves a big spot, I think, in the WWE. Not, like, a super big spot. Like, I think he needs to be, like, in a story with somebody, like a Sheamus or fucking somebody like that.
It's funny, he doesn't have no backstage heat. And it's funny. He does not have no backstage heat right now. He does not have any backstage heat, and they're treating him like he has. You know.
Yeah.
Well, that's only what we think we know. Doesn't mean that they can't be, but it could also just be that they aren't ready to give him that push. You know, that I don't know. Maybe he let them down once or something. Who knows?
I don't know. Whoever's writing needs to be fired or something ASAP. And just let me take over. But one thing about Damien, I can say he is in the Under the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. At least he's in that. He will be at WrestleMania though.
At least you got a WrestleMania spot.
Since we're on the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, I'm gonna name some of the participants. You got Mark Henry, Kofi Kingston, Cody Rhodes, who we'll get into in a bit, Sheamus, Christian, Fandango, Jinder Mahal, Zig. You got Drew McIntyre, Damien, Heath Slater, The Miz, Goldust, Big E, Big Show, Del Rio, Titus O'Neil, Brodus Clay, Darren Young, Justin Gabriel, R-Truth, Rey Mysterio, Great Khali, Santino, Zack Ryder, and Sin Cara. 4 slots left, and I'm going to predict right now 2 of those slots are going to go to Harper and Rowan.
You said there's 4 spots left, right?
Yeah, but I predict 2.
I said, I think it was last week or the week before, that I predict to see the return of Rob Van Dam in that match.
We will see.
Oh, really?
We would definitely see that one. That is an interesting prediction. I think I listened to the show the other day, and that is an interesting prediction there.
That's I don't know who's going to win it, but I mean, my early pick is probably Big Show, but I do think that there's going to be a couple surprises. And
Alexander Rusev, baby, he ain't even on that, and and I already predicted him weeks ago, guys. Am I right or wrong?
Mhm.
I predicted weeks.
So you just said that he's going to come out and
I think he's going to win it.
But
oh yeah, he's definitely going to be in it. He's not on that list.
He's going to win it too. That's my
I don't know.
prediction.
For some reason, I'm still picking Ziggler to win it. I'm not saying it because we have his brother on tonight, but I'm still picking Ziggler.
Cody Rhodes and was it Cody Rhodes and not Cody Rhodes and Go? Cody Rhodes and Fandango had a match tonight, and Cody Rhodes got the win, and it seemed like Summer Rae was kind of helping Cody. If you go back a week ago, Cody helped her when she was about to fall down when Goldust did his one type of bullshit when he goes. She was falling, and Cody basically caught her. I don't know. To me, it seems like she helped him on purpose. If you want to start a storyline.
Yeah,
and
that doesn't make any sense at all. Like she was injured, but as soon as the match was over, she was up like hugging and laughing with Fandango. Like, I don't know. That was so confusing.
Unless she was playing possum.
Well, no, she's definitely faking her injury, but then, like, she got up, like, there was no follow-up to it. She got up and was reacting to Fandango like it's like she hadn't done that. She was just, like, hugging him and smiling and everything, like, as if he had won the match almost. She reacted the complete opposite as to what she did. So there was no connection between what was happening. So I have no idea what happened there. That was really... That was bad.
Definitely interesting on what's gonna happen with that. It looks like that's a little story that's gonna be on Raw. So we will see what happens with that when it continues. So hey, who knows what happens with that? We gotta go ahead and talk about my boy Luke Harper, super over tonight with the fucking Brooklyn crowd.
Yeah.
Fuck, that dude's a beast. He's been a beast since the indie days, and he's killing it. Tonight, him and John Cena had a one-on-one match. I'm just going to go one by one. I'll start with you, Salome. What's your thoughts on that whole match? Did you enjoy it? Did you not like it? Was it okay? Talk to us.
I actually didn't see it in completion.
No!
I was making dinner. I'm sorry. I have a husband. I do things. I was making dinner, so I didn't get to sit down and watch it. I was kind of just overhearing it. So, sorry, I can't form an opinion.
Oh, no, it's cool. I mean, you have to apologize. Only reason I was saying no because that was hell of a match. You definitely got to go check that.
I did see the end, and that was, funny.
Definitely got to check that match when you can. That match was crazy. Like, that could have been I mean, honestly, I don't know if the Wyatts are going to break up, but if the Wyatts break up, Luke Harper can for sure, go on his own and do his thing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, watching that match, I'll be honest with you, the first time I heard about this match, I was like, what the fuck, another SmackDown rematch? So I was like, okay, let's see what happens.
I wasn't complaining.
And then, huh?
I wasn't complaining.
Oh, yeah, but then when the result of the match, it was great. I just wish there was some kind of winner, end up like a draw, and putting that sheet mask on John Cena. I mean, that looks like wow. I mean, I give props to WWE creative on this. You have your top guy getting tied up with a sheet mask with 3 lunatics. You're making it seems like he can't beat these guys. So yeah, I give credit on that. I give him props on that.
What did you guys think about the bit they showed of Cena, in the mirror prior to, preparing, with that look on his face, kind of like he was in over his head a little bit? I don't know how I feel about them playing up so much that, Cena really believes himself that he can't beat the Wyatts. That was the way it felt to me. It was like Cena questioning himself if beat the Wyatts, and that's just so the complete opposite of what we're supposed to believe from John Cena. Makes me think they're gonna try to pull from that, oh well, he didn't think he could do it, but he realizes he can, and just more of that kind of Superman stuff.
I hope not.
It's just
honestly, this is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping next week Cena does something that's going to overcome for him. Sorry, I just saw a tweet from Bray, from Ryan. But anyways, like I was saying, like I'm hoping he's gonna overcome the Wyatts like on SmackDown and next week, so the Wyatts can so Bray can like go over, because I think he really deserves it. Like, I don't know. But,
that whole mirror thing kind of reminded me of remember back in WCW when Hogan got in that feud with the Ultimate Warrior during the whole NW versus OWN thing. And there was Hulk Hogan was looking in the mirror, and the Ultimate Warrior was right there. But when he turns around, he wasn't there. But it's just that his reflection was right there in the mirror. It was great. You could say movie magic from WCW, but I thought they were going to do the same thing. Bray Wyatt was right there. Cena turns around, he wasn't there. But they made it stupid. They had the sheet mask, like almost like look at him, but you can tell someone's holding the mask when Cena turns around. Someone quickly removes it. You know, that's so obvious. It made it look kind of cheesy compared to that Ultimate Warrior Hulk Hogan thing from back in the day.
You thought it looked cheesy?
Yeah, because look, it's obvious someone's holding the damn mask. I mean, you gotta make it feel like, you know, if Bray Wyatt or Eric Rowan was right there, Cena turns around and he disappears. You gotta make it like that. But just at that mask, you can tell someone's holding the damn mask with their hand.
Did I miss something? Or I think we're talking about the end when he was wearing the mask. He was tied in the ropes with the mask on.
No, I'm talking about that mirror. That little same. This is before the match.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about the end.
The end was epic, though. The end was definitely
the end was epic.
That was definitely epic, and plus the crowd was epic too. The crowd made it great. With the "This is awesome," I love that.
That was so loud.
I had tweeted the grown man took over. I said all the grown men hijacked Raw tonight because I didn't hear no kids. I really didn't hear no kids. That many at least.
Yeah.
Is this the second time that Brooklyn had a crazy ass crowd? Because I think the last time they were in Brooklyn, they had a crazy ass crowd.
Well, I'm gonna tell you where they really got crazy tonight. They got crazy with the Shield Real America's match, which I also tweeted that could have been a pay-per-view match.
Mm-hmm.
Seth Rollins, my guy Seth Rollins, being that dude that he is, the man. That's all I have to say about that. If you guys want to go ahead, what I'm gonna call you the lady of the Shield Salone thing, because she's got the Shield all over her fucking Twitter. If you just go to her shit, you see Dean Ambrose all over that.
So, pretty much the majority of why I watch stuff right now. It was good. I love that, because originally, like, last week, I was like, fuck, like, I don't want to see the Shield be, like, bitchy baby faces, and so when it came out earlier in the night and they took out Ryback, that was awesome, and then to put Cesaro to the table was great. It was sort of like, you know, they can be face, but they still do their own thing, and they still run their own shit. So the match was really good. It was a great match. The end with the Superman punch and the spear, they just, like, the unit of them looked really solid. The announcement of that match, and last time I talked about that last Wednesday about the Outlaws and Kane, I don't really care for it, but it will still be a good match at Mania. It'll still be a really good match. So,
the suits versus the Shield.
The what?
The suits versus the Shield.
Oh, okay. Shield versus Shield.
The suits.
I don't know if you guys saw my tweet that about that when after the New Age Outlaws and Kane came out with the suits. I tweeted, from the Attitude Era to suits wearing. I mean, that was like a little shot to those three, but just saying, you know, you just going to remember back to the Attitude Era from all those three outlaws doing crazy shit.
I don't know if you guys remember, Kane was kind of part of DX.
Yeah, he was part of DX in a bit. But I'm saying from that time in the era, you have Kane, you know, setting people on fire like Jim Ross and busting up Steve Austin and winning the WWE title for the first time in his career, coming out like Michael Myers. Then you have the Outlaws throwing Cactus Jack and Terry Funk off a dumpster off the ramp.
Classic.
Yeah.
Classic shit. Please hurry up and put that shit on the fucking hour. Please. I want to watch that.
Yeah.
Classic shit.
And bringing, like, blow-up dolls to the ring and all that stuff to suits. So, I don't know what to say as far as, like, you go back and you remember all that stuff until now you see him wearing suits. I guess I should wear a suit now. WrestlingHeads should wear suits. Why not that?
I'm all right.
Hey, you have the glasses. Might as well have you with a suit. You look nice with it.
I would. You know, I'm actually wearing a suit this Sunday for Easter, so hey.
I would like to see, I know he's listening, Mysterious Mexican on the suit.
So also, Vicky Guerrero comes out, because AJ Lee had a match with Naomi, but, you know, she played the heel part, being the heel, the great fucking female heel that she is, rolling out, I don't need this, I have this. And, you know, getting counted out because she has the belt. But then Vicky Guerrero says she's going to have Vicky Guerrero Divas Championship Invitational. Basically, all these females are going to be part of this match. You got Layla. You got Rosa Mendez. You got weak-ass Alicia Fox. What's this chick's name? Ashanika? Help me out here. Asana, whatever her name is.
Oksana.
You got the Bellas. You got weak-ass Camera. You got weak-ass Eva Marie, but she's gorgeous. Who else? You got Natalia. You got Summer Rae. Whatever fine ass.
You got all of them. That's
you even got my boo Emma in the fucking match. I'm fucking hyped. When I saw Emma come out, I was hyped. Natalia and AJ Lee herself. Oh, I forgot. Tamina Snuka is in the match. This is, I hope this is like an elimination type of shit, so it would be nice.
I see the title changing hands in this match. I'll tell you that right now.
Team Emma, baby.
I doubt it. I don't know if you guys saw my tweet from that as well. I tweeted. I got a couple of retweets from this. Why not add Paige?
That would be sweet.
Yeah, that's a horrible idea.
That's a horrible idea.
That's a great
idea.
idea.
That is a horrible idea. Why would you want to waste Paige in a match with all of those women? She would go completely unnoticed. That would be such a waste. You're just going through the list of women and, like, scoffing at every single one of them. Garbage, 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 garbage. You can't even pronounce this girl's name.
Paige isn't garbage, though.
No, but why would you want to put her in a match where she would be wasted and be, like, lumped in with all that crap?
I don't think
a good way to introduce her.
Why would you want to, like, have her, like, people are already upset about the way that Emma's been brought on, and, like, look at the ridiculousness they've done with her. I just, like, don't even see why you would put Paige in that situation and completely demean her immediately.
All right.
They're not going to demean her, no way.
I just want to say something. I want to say something about Emma real quick. Now, Emma, a lot of people don't realize that Emma said this herself in the interview. She has two different characters, a character on NXT and a character on WWE TV. Her character on WWE TV is way different from her character on NXT. NXT, she's a fucking professional wrestler. On WWE, she's an entertainer. So it's a difference. And I don't think they would do that to Paige. I think Paige would be like another AJ, but just, you know, she won't be AJ like AJ, but she'll be a different AJ, but what's the word I'm looking for? She can wrestle. She'll have the talent. She's got that fucking accent that's fucking great. So.
Yeah, but and so that's what I don't understand is why would you want to just lump her in with all of those, women who are nameless, who are practically, they're all in that one category of women that don't belong, as so many people would say. So, why would you want to bring her in and she just be one of them?
I kind of understand what you're saying. You're saying that
throw in a match that don't belong there.
I kind of understand what you're saying.
You would say that means that Paige and Layla are on the same level of talent.
Layla's not bad in the ring.
No, but Layla has also been gone for months and just came back last week. How is she, in any way whatsoever, a contender to be in a championship match? And then you want to put Paige in there? You think that Paige, that Cameron deserves to be in a match with Paige?
Cameron's horrible.
Do you know what I'm saying? Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say to you. So why would you want Paige to be shoved in that category?
This is what. All right, I kind of get where you're coming from. You're saying that wouldn't be a good spot for her if it was like a 3, like a 4, maybe 4 girls in there.
If it was a real match instead of just a stupid excuse to put all of the dumb women on WrestleMania. If it was a real match and you had AJ versus Paige versus Tamina versus Natty or something like that, then yes, absolutely she should be on. But this is a wasted match. This is just an excuse to put. This is literally like instead of putting all the women in the Kid Rock performance, they're just gonna throw them all in a dumb ring. And even like the stipulation behind it, like what the fuck does Vicky Guerrero have to do with anything? Like she's been gone for months too. I mean,
Vicky Guerrero's on SmackDown. That's why she's a general manager.
Yeah, but she's like not even a visible character that we see all the time anymore. So I mean, what does she have to do with it to begin with? But I just don't see why you would waste even more talent by putting all of those women in the ring. I mean, all people complain about is the women don't get enough airtime. They never get to have real matches. Well, this is your perfect example of that. And then you're saying on top of it you want to add the best female into that? No,
I don't
she
think
deserves better.
All right, when we go to the best female, I don't think Paige is the best female. That's just me. But
well, as far as if she is in that match, first of all, that also completely demeans the NXT Women's title. That's okay, the NXT Women's title means as little as does Nikki Bella. That doesn't make sense. I think it's good. She shouldn't be in it. I feel bad for Emma and Alicia Fox and all those women that actually do work, that have, matches on Superstars and things like that, that they get stuck in that match because they deserve better.
I mean, they're in WrestleMania. It's a Super Bowl of fucking professional wrestling. I mean, that's a big moment for all of them. Even if it's 5 or 2, 3 minutes. I mean, at least they were on the big stage. That's what they really care about, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I think somebody like Paige and yes, they want to be on WrestleMania, but there's also something to be said about being just another one of the bimbos on WrestleMania.
Question, because I know you mentioned about Vicky Guerrero. Did you watch SmackDown?
Yeah.
So you saw the whole AJ talking about Vicky, right?
Yeah. Still to me that doesn't play anything. I don't really care about that. I still don't think Vicky really makes any sense, but especially because, yeah, she's on SmackDown and had one thing with AJ, but we haven't really seen her much at all anyway. I mean, I don't really care that's not my problem with it. I just think it's for, it's just more proof of the way that they waste the women, and
Well,
you know, if
all I know,
AJ's really as good as she says she is, or they think she is, then, you know, she should be able to defend her title in a real match, not waste 15 minutes of the show by having every woman that they could think of, like Rosa Mendez. You told me that you think Paige deserves to be in a match with Rosa Mendez. I mean, come on, that's laughable.
well, all I know is they're finally giving the girls a chance. I don't want to see them all. I know this is good for all the people that actually like divas. You know, it's good to see their favorite divas in a match at WrestleMania. I mean, not saying it's going to make WrestleMania. It'll probably be on the pre-show. So, but I guess we can agree to disagree. I mean, I just think it's good for all the girls. I mean, the whole Paige thing, I don't know. I kind of agree with you with the Paige thing. I don't, I kind of agree with you on that one. But it is good that this is good for all of them to be on the big stage. But real quick, let's take a quick break, and then we'll be back, and we'll talk about the Hall of Famer, the new Hall of Famer. Right back.
This is Kyle O'Reilly, and you are listening to WrestlingHeads Radio.
Yo, welcome to WH Radio. Today's show is brought to you by the good people down at WrestlingRambles.com. For the latest in wrestling news, in-depth blog, and hot topic discussion, hit up WrestlingRambles.com. Remember, it's not just any ramble, but a wrestling ramble. WrestlingRambles.com. And also special thanks to Ring Rust Radio and FLTDWrestling.com. Thanks for listening.
Welcome back to WH Radio. Let's get off the song. Hashtag WH Radio. The next thing we're going to bring up is the new inductee to the WWE 2014 Hall of Fame. And we already posted it basically on the website, other rumors and or whatnot. And it was Scott Hall. And he is definitely the next inductee to the WWE Hall of Fame. Well deserved. All I have to say is when Scott Hall was in the WWE, I really think he should have been WWF champ at least once. And I'm pretty sure everybody and their mama could agree with that one. But let's hear everybody's thoughts on Scott being inducted. I'll start with Oscar.
Well deserved. We could go back to his time with the AWA. He was great that time too. And we all know what he did in WWE. The cold match we had with Shawn Michaels, the ladder match. The feud he had with Bret to him and Hart. I think I had that one of my classic matches of the week one time with him and Bret Hart at the Royal Rumble in '93. He had a lot of great moments in the WWE. Then we all knew after that he was part of the faction, the NWO. To my mind, still today, it's the best faction ever in wrestling. He was part of it, and he ended up being the WCW United States champ and tag team champ multiple times with Kevin Nash. And resume has it right there. He deserved to be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, even though he never won the WWE title, there's some guys in the Hall of Fame that never won the WWE title. They're in the Hall of Fame. So, I mean, I guess the big major title he won was probably the AWA title. So, yeah, I mean, I'm cool with the whole Scott Hall going in the Hall of Fame. He deserves it. I'm happy for him, and hopefully Nash gets in soon, and possibly the NWO faction gets in. So, yeah, I'm happy for Scott Hall, and I'm also happy that how his life changed around, because the last couple of years he was the down point of his life. He was on drugs and all that, but now he's doing good in life.
DDP saving lives.
Yeah, thanks to DDP, and hey, DDP should be in the Hall of Fame too. Why not? So yeah. So Uzi Machismo in the Hall of Fame. That's a good sign.
Salon, go ahead. Share your thoughts. What are your thoughts on him getting inducted? And did you see this coming?
I definitely didn't see it coming. I was really surprised at that. But well, I mean, at the beginning, obviously this has been rumored for months and months, but you know, if I had thought last year, like, would Scott Hall be inducted? You know, I don't think so. But I mean, I agree with Oscar. Basically, if Scott Hall doesn't walk through the crowd in that denim vest, you know, and jump the rails at WCW Nitro, means you don't have a Monday Night War, you don't have the whole 90s era, Attitude Era, and everything that came from that. I mean, he was the kickoff to that, so for sure deserves to go in, and good for him, yeah.
Hey, yo. You want a war? You got one.
Exactly.
There's one thing I'm disappointed about this. I don't know if you guys noticed, but during that video, mostly it showed his Razor Ramon days, but why can't they show his Scott Hall days on the WCW? I mean, to me, I think those were his best days. I mean, the whole Razor Ramon thing was cool, but I mean, at least put that stuff as well.
You know,
yeah, I noticed that too.
I saw.
And
oh, go ahead.
well, I was just going to say, and they didn't refer to him as Scott Hall. They refer to him as Razor Ramon.
It's funny that you mentioned that because I saw Lad Storm. He tweeted. He said, "Does this mean he gets 2 Hall of Fames, probably 2.0, or what? Is he gonna be Razor Ramon on 1 and Scott Hall another time in the Hall of Fame? Never know. He'll probably go in with the NWO as a Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, probably down the road, probably another 5 years or so, because, like I said in the show many times, DX getting in before NWO, so.
Real quick, let's take a call. I think I know who this is. 909, hello.
Yo, how's everybody doing tonight?
It is Captain
Oh, the announcer the ring announcer from AWS. What's going on, man?
I'm doing great. Sorry I got to the show so late. Had to get everything ready for the confessional after this.
Yeah, we just had Dolph Ziggler's brother, Briley Pierce, on earlier today. He was pretty cool, dude.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go back and listen to the show, definitely. But I at least wanted to catch some of it. See how my Blog Talk family are doing. How you guys doing tonight?
Great, man.
Under the weather.
So, Scott Hall in the Hall of Fame. Wow. I didn't even know about that.
Yep.
But now that I know, I mean, does Kevin Nash get put in next?
Probably next year.
Possible, because just talk about the Clique, which is, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, X-Pac, Shawn Michaels, Triple H. That's the Clique right there. So, and they're talking about they're going to be the ones inducting him.
Now, in the same sense to where you said, Razor Ramon's going in, but Scott Hall may go in with the NWO, does the same sense go for Kevin Nash, and do they induct him as Diesel or Kevin Nash?
Probably Diesel.
So it seems like they're flipping back and forth with that.
Diesel was WWF champ and WWF Tag Team champ.
Intercontinental champ, too.
Yeah.
Don't forget about that.
Oh, he was.
Yeah. He feuded Razor Ramon for that title.
Well, can you think of anyone else that should be in the Hall of Fame over Scott Hall? I mean, really, Razor Ramon, a lot of kids around that time were doing the pump, the thumbs to the chest and extending the arms out. A lot
they
of
was
people
throwing toothpicks at people who, getting sent to fucking detention and shit. Because I'm sure it was.
I still throw toothpicks at people. Just for no reason. And just say I'm a bad guy.
I for sure was doing that shit.
There's nothing wrong with throwing toothpicks at people. I want everyone to know that.
You know what? I think I got in trouble with my dad one time. I had a toothpick and I threw it, and then my dad was saying something. I guess that came to his mind, like, hey, he might hit somebody. He might throw some kid's face one day, and he might poke the toothpick might poke someone's eye one day or something. So one day my dad told me to stop doing that, and it might hurt somebody. And he just told me that one time. You better stop doing that.
That's the point, though. I mean, you don't throw a toothpick at somebody and not intend to hurt them. I mean, that thing's sharp. You know what you're doing.
Hey,
it's like a mini trident.
Yeah.
What's up, Skits?
No, I was just fucking around with the fucking Scott Hall fucking voice.
Oh. Right over my head.
Yeah. And to go back where you were saying, if I had to choose anybody over Scott Hall, like if I was like running the Hall of Fame, to be honest with you, if I had one more slot to put in, I would not put Scott Hall. I probably would have put in Owen Hart before Scott Hall.
Bret Hart said he thinks Owen's going next year.
Huh.
I mean, why take so long, though? I mean, that was so long ago. I mean,
well, mostly because of his wife, because his wife...
Yeah, it was family.
Yeah, his wife owned his rights. Like, if WWE wants to do something with Owen Hart, I think his wife owned the right, or they have to get to the wife first. I think that's basically the main reason why. Either they could have done Hart years ago.
Who would induct Owen Hart? Would it be Jeff
Bret
Jarrett?
Hart, of course.
Bret Hart.
Yeah, it'd have to be.
Think so?
Of course.
Yeah, I think he will.
Of
course he will.
Well, all right, I can see that.
I wouldn't
be surprised if the whole Hart family came out and did it. I think that would be awesome.
That probably would happen.
I think, they have like a time, so I think they'll just have one person do it. But never know.
That's true.
Never know.
Now, do you think NWO hits the Hall of Fame next year?
Honestly, you never know.
To see it. I would love to see it. I will wear my NWO shirt for sure, but because I'm actually planning to go to WrestleMania next year.
I heard next year.
Well, hold on, but I'm just going to go back to the NWO. I mean, I would love to, but to me, this is the WWE Hall of Fame, and knowing the WWE, they would probably put DX before NWO, so I doubt that NWO will get in anytime soon. I'd probably say either 5 years or a little bit more than that.
Well, it goes back to what Sloan was saying about, without the NWO, there is no Monday Night War. There is no Attitude Era.
I know that, but you got to think about this,
They
too.
really started it all.
Yeah, you also got to think about this, too. If the NWO gets in, is that going to be their headliner like the Ultimate Warriors this year? I doubt it, because they will not put a stable that nearly killed their company as their headliner. I'm telling you this right now. Let's just say 5 years from now, let's just say, I'm trying to think of a name that might. Let's just say Randy Orton hangs it up 5 years from now. They're going to put him in the Hall of Fame. They're going to put Randy Orton over the NWO as the headliner. Trust me. They'll do that.
So?
Hell yeah.
I mean, it's not like,
because this is the
WWE. Like some little dragons from WCW. I mean, we're talking NWO. All three of these guys.
I know. It's NWO. It's definitely a monster at the table. I understand that. But it's just the WWE Hall of Fame. You got to think of the WWE. Why would they put a headliner for a stable that nearly killed their company? Why would they do that?
Same reason why they have the WWE Network. I mean, look at the WWE Network. Most of the stuff you watch on there is old school stuff from other companies.
Yeah, I know that.
It really seems like WWE is realizing that it's becoming a little bland and we need to start.
I was saying Vince has that ego where, these guys should have put me out. We're gonna have this person in as like say if Owen Hart and NWO went in the same year. They'll probably have Owen Hart. No. Let me change the name. Randy Savage and the NWO went in the same year. He'll have Randy Savage as a headliner over the NWO.
Hell yeah, they would.
I think NWO makes it in before DX.
And DX makes it before NWO.
I would love to look. If I was involved, like it was my choice, I would pick NWO over DX. But I just cannot see that happening.
What do you think, Salone?
Well, I definitely see what Oscar's saying for sure. I have to agree with him, like, about WWE is going to pimp their homegrown guys versus, guys that were on the other side. Do I think the NWO is, like, worthy of leading a class? I don't know. I keep thinking back to what you guys were talking, like, to when the Horsemen went in. They didn't lead the class.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The Horsemen.
That's a prime example. That is a great example right there. The fact that the Four Horsemen weren't a group in WWF or WWE. They were strictly WCW. And they made it in before DX.
Yeah.
I mean, they're Four
I
Horsemen.
think it can happen with NWO. I think it's the impact.
You're talking now, too. They've got Hogan back. I mean, when else are they going to have this prime opportunity? You got Hogan back. You got a sober Scott Hall. You know, like, they're all coming back.
That happen?
They're all coming back together. I mean, you got to capitalize on that. I could definitely support DX, I think. And I think even, too, part of it would be, I could picture, like, Triple H thinking in his mind, you know, that DX isn't really over yet. Like, that there could always be a DX reunion. You know, they could always still kind of grab onto that. But, I don't know. I see NWO. They're, like, to me, it's like Horseman, NWO, DX. Like, that's, like, top three factions.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, Four Horsemen, the reason why they went in before DX, because it's the Four Horsemen. Ric Flair, you know, he's part of that group, you know. It's Ric Flair, you know. Like, so, Four Horsemen goes before.
You have the NWO, who has Hulk Hogan.
But
Hulk Hogan.
Also, I understand that, too. I definitely understand that, too. But then, DX and the NWO, you know, went head-to-head against each other. And, again, like Oscar said, NWO nearly killed the WWE. Like, in the same sense, you're saying that it was NWO versus DX, but really it was NWO versus the WWE at the time. You know what?
DX.
Question.
DX, The Rock, Mankind, Undertaker, Triple H, or not Triple H, but you know, just the whole Attitude Era in general had to go up against the NWO.
Do you have the WWE Network?
Huh?
Do you have the WWE Network?
I don't have it yet.
All right, as soon as you get it, go to the vault and watch the roundtable. The Legends Roundtable, Raw, Monday Night Raw, and they kind of mentioned, you know, WCW, even though they had NWO, and like even though they were stealing all these people from the WWE, they were basically not trying to get better. They were just trying to, you know, take talent, and they basically kind of killed themselves by doing that. Mm-hmm. Like, they would take Bret Hart, and Bret Hart's getting old. You know, they would take Rick Rude, and, like, all these guys were getting older. You know what I mean? And while the WWE had all these young guys there trying to step up, if anybody hasn't seen it, I think everybody should go check that Legends Roundtable out. Definitely one of my favorites.
So, what are you saying, then, in terms of bringing that up? What are you saying?
Basically, I'm saying, because he said, basically, it kind of seems like we got into like a Monday Night Wars conversation here.
Really, that's what it is when you talk NWO versus DX.
DX was doing her thing, and like DX was young. NWO, most of those guys were old. Like Hogan, like they basically because they had what's his name was on the show. Because one of those dudes, he just left. Oh yeah, Mean Gene Okerlund. Mean Gene Okerlund. He said when he was in NWO, they had their little cliques, like Savage and Hogan, like Scott Hall, Nash, like who would win, you know. And WWE on the other side, you know, you had Pat Patterson saying the WWE was trying to, you know, just get these young guys up, like basically work hard and like put guys over, like make stars. You know what I mean? You had guys working hard, like the New Age Outlaws. You had the Outlaws working hard. You had X-Pac working hard. You had Edge making himself a star. Just go check it out. Like,
I'm glad you bring up New Age Outlaws and X-Pac, because in the same sense of DX getting put into the Hall of Fame, which DX do you induct? Do you induct Shawn Michaels, Triple H in China, or do you induct with Outlaws and X-Pac?
Everybody gets in. Everybody. I mean, the China thing, I doubt it because she's doing porn, but
yeah, exactly. How do you have DX without China? That's why when they brought it back, it just was. It's DX with China, like that. That's what it was. Shawn Michaels, Triple H, China.
Plus, China's got. She's kind of salty that fucking Triple H, started fucking with Stephanie too. So.
Yeah.
True. Can you blame the guy? It could have. It's more than likely the best decision he has ever made, ever. So.
Hey, you know what? We gotta have a show talking about the Monday Night Wars when the Monday Night Wars network, when the network drops the Monday Night Wars little show. We definitely have to have a topic on that. And you're more than welcome to join us, Captain Comic-Con.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you know what? This sounds like it's going to be a war. So Captain Comic-Con join us talking about the Monday Night War. It's going to be a war.
I mean, I'm pretty sure all of us, not just me, I'm pretty sure Oscar has a different opinion. I'm pretty sure Salon has a different opinion. We all have a different opinion about the Monday Night Wars. So,
that's true.
But one thing WCW was doing great, and that was the cruiserweights.
Yeah,
exactly. That was the best move that they could have done, is stealing all those people from ECW. That is the best move that they could have possibly done. Mysterio, Jericho, Malenko, Guerrero, throw them all into WCW. You pretty much had a combo of WCW and ECW. Now, in the same sense,
they even brought some guys from Japan.
So, I mean, in the same sense, is it thanks to ECW that there was even a Monday Night War? Because could NWO have really carried everything without the cruiserweights going on around it?
Well, I don't want to say thanks to ECW. I mean, when you look at that DVD of the Rise and Fall ECW, Paul Heyman stated that ECW was the first victim of the Monday Night War, meaning they stole the talent from them first, then they stole the talent from the WWE.
Exactly. But
I need to watch that DVD, Oscar. Bring that shit Friday to PWG.
I will bring it Friday to PWG. It's one of the best shit you're ever going to see in your life.
Definitely.
Cap, it'd be a great show.
Cap, I don't know if you want to stay on the rest of the show with us, but we're going to actually move on to the next subject.
Well, guys, I got about 12 minutes until my show starts, so I'll probably jump off right now. But, yeah, it was fun being on the show, though, talking about it. I can't wait for the Monday Night War WrestlingHeads edition.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
Why not?
we will see you soon. I don't know when, but I'm pretty sure we'll see you soon.
Oh, yeah, and Cap, before you leave, it was funny you mentioned about the NWO. Our new Wrestling Head shirt looks like the NWO logos. Maybe you should buy that.
I need
has one, so you should buy one too.
Yeah, there are two shirts that I am determined to get. First would be a WrestleHead shirt, and then also get a Sean shirt, Deshaun's 2 cent shirt. I need to get one of each. Guys,
well, if you get the WrestleHead shirt, the NWO thing, you got to do the For Life thing. You got to post a picture of For Life.
Definitely. I'll selfie it up.
Hey, if Captain Comic-Con gets a shirt, I'll fucking buy it too.
You know
Work
what?
on a cap.
I'm going to get a WrestleHead shirt. You got it right here on Blog Talk Radio. Captain Comic-Con will be purchasing a WrestleHead shirt.
Your boy Larry has one, so you need one now.
Yes, definitely do. If Larry has one, I have to get one. I got to bite his stilo.
All right, Cap. I guess we'll catch you soon at one of these SoCal shows.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you guys pretty much see me at most of the SoCal shows in the area, so don't be surprised if you end up seeing me at maybe even a PWG soon.
Come back, baby. Come on back. Fuck it. It's just fucking right, dude. It's just right to have you there, dude. That's all I have to say.
How Hashtag Kamikaze returns to PWG.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get that trending. Yeah.
It's trending worldwide now.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for having me on the show, and hope I see you all soon.
All right, take care, bro.
Bye.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Real quick, I just want to get it. Just want to let everybody know tonight's segment with Undertaker and Brock Lesnar. It's kind of spooky. You know, they brought the empty casket down or whatnot. I wish I could get everybody's thoughts. We're kind of like running out of time, but unless we go overtime, I don't think Oscar's down for that. But basically, it was an empty casket or like whatnot. Lesnar opens it, which I don't know if you guys saw. I saw like somebody move like under the rain. Did you guys?
Yes,
catch that?
I was gonna mention that. I saw that shit.
Oh, I didn't see that. No.
It was a bad angle they did. That was a bad angle.
Yeah, they fucked up.
Yeah.
Anything can go wrong live. But
yeah.
Anyways, I guess Undertaker got in the casket and you know, he does his you know how Taker gets up. He gets in the ring and beats the shit out of Lesnar and Lesnar rolls out. Oh no. Actually he threw Lesnar out and he fucking took a fucking bump head first on the casket. Like fucking Chris says, Lesnar takes crazy ass bumps for a big dude.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens next week or whatever, or Friday, or if we'll keep you guys posted if Taker's gonna be on SmackDown or like whatever. The Usos were on Raw tonight, but it's looking like right now it's looking like Curtis Axel and Ryback against Cesaro and Swagger against the Usos for the tag team titles at WrestleMania.
Hey, the Shield and Real Americans had a great match. I gotta say that.
Yeah. That's about it that actually happened at Raw tonight.
Yeah.
By the way,
and basically,
I haven't got the chance to read your blog about the Divas division or whatever, but I know it's been going crazy with retweets. So I don't know what the fuck you wrote, but it must be good.
Well, the reason was because the Bellas retweeted it. So once the Bellas retweeted it, the Bella army went pretty crazy. So.
Oh, the Bellas retweeted it?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, the Bellas retweeted it. So once that happened, then I think it has like, I don't know, I haven't looked at it in a long time. Last time I looked at it, it was like 70, I think around 70 favorites and something. I don't know. Yeah, it went like kind of crazy. It was weird.
Yeah, it's still going crazy from this day. I'm going to check it out. But before we go off, we'll be here on Wednesday here. Our guy, David, for the Wrestling Guy Store, is going to call up for a bit just to talk about, the signing, to give our information, whatever. He'll be here Wednesday.
The signing of who?
Rob Van Dam. And that is the person. That is the
whole
person
fucking show.
That's the person that Stallone predict to win the WrestleMania Battle Royal.
What's that?
Let's go. The person that you predicted to win the WrestleMania Under the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Oh, I don't think he's gonna win it. I think he's just gonna be a surprise entrant.
Oh, okay. Well, let me correct myself. Surprise entrance. Let's go and give out them plugs, guys.
Saloni start.
Okay. Okay. Follow me on Twitter at SloanTweet. And this article that went up on Friday is on WrestlingHeads.com. It's on my personal blog, trashbagco.tumblr.com. And anybody listening to this will probably hate it from beginning to end. But you should check it out anyway. And that's it.
Yep.
All right. You guys can follow me at Sinister632. Check out our website, WrestlingHeads.com. I always post a blog every Saturday remember Classic Match of the Week. Check out my Classic Match of the Week I post on Saturday was from WrestleMania 2000, Edge and Christian versus the Dudley Boys versus the Hardy Boys for the WWE Tag Team Champion titles at a ladder match. It was not TLC, it was a ladder match, just to let you know. And talked about their rivalry during that time and all that stuff. It was some crazy stuff. And Jeff Hardy, you're a crazy lunatic. Yeah, so, just check that out.
Yeah. Follow us, WrestlingHeads. That's the first thing y'all should do. Hashtag WH Radio anytime. Hashtag WrestlingHeads anytime you just talking wrestling. Follow me at WH Skits. Almost at 500. Also, I'm going to get back to blogging because I've been MIA with that shit. I've been working like crazy, ladies and gentlemen. PWG this week.
Going to playoffs. Yep.
PWG this week. I'm not working that shit. I'm not working that trash. PWG this week. I can't wait. We'll fucking be in the house. Pretty sure I'm pretty sure these two will be drinking.
Oh, I'll be there.
What else we got going on? Shit, I don't know. This fucking wrestling is damn. It's hard to say. Shout out to fucking Toby. Shout out to fucking Bruce. Shout out to Chris.
Hey, shout out to B-Boy for our shirt.
Definitely. Shout out to B-Boy. Shout out to B-Boy. B-Boy's got he rocked the WH Radio T-shirt after he wrestled. After he got dressed, he wore the T-shirt around like it was nothing. Yeah. Like he's definitely our boy. I fucking love that dude.
Yeah.
But a lot more to come on WrestlingHeads. Some announcements coming up. Some crazy ass guests hopefully soon. That's about it. But be on the lookout for announcements. So.
Oh yeah, and buy our T-shirts too.
ProWrestlingTees.com/WrestlingHeads.
Yes.
And
you can be for life like us.
Anything else, guys, or what?
No, just buy our
Believe
T-shirts.
in the Shield. There you go.
Follow the buzzards.
Follow
damn it.
the buzzards.
No, believe in the Shield. Follow the buzzards.
Yeah, do both. You can do both.
I was gonna say hashtag follow the buzzards. Hashtag believe in the Shield. Hashtag we the people. Hashtag WH Radio. Until then, we're out. Peace. What time is it?
WH Radio. We are the best in the world.